Dr. E.N.G. Marek Gruszecki. Philosophy of Being. Krakow, 2025. My 85th anniversary. Philosophical essay Does God Exist? Krakow, the 19th of April 2025.
Mysteries of the Earth, Part 1. The Earth was born together with the other planets of the solar system. The Earth is the third planet in the solar system, counting from the center. It belongs to the rocky planets, which are characterized by the presence of a metallic nucleus surrounded by a rocky envelope. Little is yet known about the formation of the Earth in its youth. The original Earth was different from the present. It was a hot planet whose primordial shell was torn apart by violent volcanic eruptions. There was a rapid cooling of the Earth's crust. Scraps of land were merging into supercontinents, only to again break up, giving rise to oceans that no longer exist today. Land was covered by ice caps on several occasions. Gradually, the Earth was reborn. Its surface was covered by oceans. The first ripples of microcontinents were formed, and then the first primitive, single-celled organisms appeared and began to release oxygen. Then seas and oceans began to be inhabited by the first skeletal organisms. The next milestone was the emergence of life on land, first invertebrates and then vertebrates. Approx. 2.5 million years ago, the first individual representing the genus Homo took up residence on Earth. In the course of its evolution, it proved capable of adapting and surviving in different conditions and even using tools. Today, representatives of this genus have the power to transform the Earth's surface, as well as to draw on its resources. But responsibly, the Earth's surface has been subject to constant change. The heaviest elements remained inside the young Earth, forming the core. Higher up, the mantle was formed, within which a circulation of matter took place, i.e. matter was lifted towards the surface in some places. Outside, the lightest elements accumulated, forming the crust. The oldest terrestrial rocks were eroded due to the continual migration of continents and as a result of weathering processes. In addition, a great many large meteorites and asteroids fell on the planet's surface. One collision was a catastrophe on a gigantic scale, which presumably formed the moon at the time. After that, falls of large cosmic bodies became much less frequent. Repeated melting of the Earth's outer layers led to the formation of the first continents. The continents were largely inundated by the waters of shallow seas, forming rather islands. These began to merge, forming continents in the true sense of the word. Earth is an ideal habitat for us. It is at such a distance from the sun that it has temperatures that allow us to survive. The Earth's magnetic field protects its atmosphere from the solar wind. Without the magnetic field, there would be no life on Earth. Secrets of the Earth, Part 2. The distribution of elements within the Earth is uneven. As depth increases, the number of denser elements increases. At the center of the Earth is a metallic alloy dominated by iron. The Earth, a rocky globe, functions in a solar orbit surrounded by the hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. These form the outer envelope for the planet, but also permeate its most superficial structures, forming an interdependent system. The Earth's atmosphere is formed by a gaseous envelope held by the planet's gravity. The atmosphere constitutes. Asterisk is a barrier between Earth and space. Asterisk is a space in which part of the water cycle takes place. Asterisk supports many life forms. The hydrogen-helium atmosphere was the first to occur around the Earth. The next gaseous envelope consisted of volcanic gases. The Earth's atmosphere evolved into a free oxygen envelope through biological processes. The amount of oxygen was stabilized and is still regulated by biological processes. The hydrosphere is made up of water, regardless of its state of aggregation, groundwater and surface water. At one time, the Earth was completely covered by a global ice sheet, a cap of ice more than a kilometer long. 6 major mass extinctions have been identified in the history of life on Earth. A mass extinction is a rapid extinction of many species as a result of global environmental factors. Mass extinctions are also referred to in the context of an oxygen catastrophe that affected anaerobic bacteria. There have been 5 mass extinctions of terrestrial and marine organisms in the history of the Earth. The most common cause was intense volcanic phenomena, which led to the production of huge amounts of ash and soot. This in turn was the cause of less sunshine. The best known is the mass extinction of the dinosaurs, which was caused by the impact of a massive asteroid, which had catastrophic effects on the global environment, including a prolonged winter. After the extinction, biodiversity slowly recovered. Birds are recognized as the only surviving group of dinosaurs. The elimination of dominant groups allowed other organisms to take their place. Mammals have evolved to fill the ecological niches of the dinosaurs. The Earth is characterized by a number of unique features, asterisk the largest radius, asterisk the largest mass, asterisk the highest density, asterisk the strongest magnetic and gravitational fields, asterisk the fastest rotation, asterisk the maintenance of geological activity, asterisk the occurrence and maintenance of life, asterisk the atmosphere, which contains free oxygen, asterisk the hydrosphere, which is mostly maintained in a liquid state. Oh, thank you, God.
Conclusion. But Jesus, overhearing what was being said, said to the ruler of the synagogue, "Do not be afraid, only believe." Bible, Mark 5 verse 36. It will still be beautiful, despite everything. Just put on comfortable shoes, because you have your whole life to go through. John Paul II. Mathematics in Nature.